guys, welcome back to the channel. This is our little sip and talk or whatever.
Little sippy sip.
A little sippy sip. And of course the toasters here with her mama boot on. Yeah, but okay, so let's get into it.
I started like going through some of the comments, and let me go ahead and this is what I want to talk about, which is going to be another part of the regrets, but I'm going to go ahead and say this first. I do not go through comments and read every individual's. And sometimes you guys get a little bit out of hand. And what y'all have done now is taking what we're saying and taking your own life to it, which I can't stop you from doing it. But I want to ask you to refrain from putting it in my comments. When I was telling you the things that Kayla and I went through, it wasn't for you to be like, oh, it's because, you know, so-and-so couldn't do this and so-and-so and so. Don't compare the kids, the show, on the kids, because it wasn't, whatever was, it's universal, okay? Nobody was higher or lower than anybody. So in the comments, it's kind of like, you know, as if everybody else wasn't on the same level as Kayla, and that's not what I wanted to project into my conversation or let people lead that on. That's my first one. So then I also came to the realization that no matter what I say or no matter what somebody else says, if you have a perception of a person, I can't change their perception. If you don't like somebody, then you don't like them. But nothing that me and Kayla have said is on a negative side or directed to somebody or talking about somebody. So if you want to take that and run with it, which as Kayla explained to me, vloggers do that and that's their job to, you know, jump on stuff when stuff happens. I can't stop you, but no, everything that I'm telling you, I said it was my regret. It was nobody else's responsibility to make sure Kayla and I got paid but us. It was nobody else's responsibility to share their information. If somebody found out something, they can share it with everybody else so that all of us can come up at the same time. But if they didn't, that ain't on them. They're not a bad person because they didn't explain or didn't share their knowledge. We was on our own to get where we are, to get what we got. So that contract was between us and Lifetime. It wasn't between us, Lifetime, and somebody else. It was nobody else's job. Huh? Yeah. It was nobody else's job to make sure Kayla and I were straight. So that's what I want to put out there. But again, I can't go through all y'all comments and delete and block and all that stuff. So if y'all can just please don't turn this into anything else than more than what the fuck it is. More than what it is. It was us deciding to talk, which is the reason why we have not talked. Right.
Yeah.
The reason why everybody want to know why you just want to talk about it now, because y'all take stuff and run with it. That's why. And another reason why I don't want to talk, well, I didn't talk about it and still not going to talk about a lot of things. A lot of your questions will not get answered about other people. Well, not even a lot of your questions. None of your questions going to get talked about. I'm not talking about nobody else. Period, point blank, and that's it. So you can ask until you got, I'm trying to be nice. You can ask all day long. I'm not talking about nobody else. I don't care about them because I know what happened, but that's for them to tell. Whenever they want to tell their story, write their book, do their documentary, whatever fuck it is, they'll do it. So stop asking about everybody else. Y'all know the rule. If y'all wasn't raised, we'll go in this household, stay in this household, that's how they go. Period.
Okay.
Now, regrets. Let's go.
Well, I know when we were talking about social media, right? And how fans, people who don't like the show or whatever, can make you feel a certain way. I went through my little spills and you went through yours. For me, it was when everybody thought I was pregnant, and I was pregnant with like the whole from season 1 up until my last day.
Season 1 you was
season 2 then.
About 3. Season 3-ish.
Season 3? Season 3-ish?
I guess when you start gaining weight.
So yeah, boom. People was on my top talking about how I'm pregnant, I'm dancing and pregnant, la 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 la. And it's crazy because it was like, what do you eat? All you eat is hamburgers and french fries, la 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 la. And if you're not strong-minded, stuff like that can really get to you. And everybody don't just have that alligator skin. Some people really have to develop that. And some people are suicidal. Some people really cannot handle that pressure and they shut down. And some people that shut, I say, my mom was one of the people that just shut down. Like, she gonna be like, I ain't gotta deal with shit and just move on. Like, they just shut down.
And that was one of my regrets. So
And
I'll bounce off her when she
yeah.
gets through.
So for me, I had to really learn how to really say fuck y'all, because what else I'm gonna do? Y'all try to bash me for something that you don't know nothing about. Like, you just see a girl gaining weight. Why was she gaining weight? Well, y'all want to yell she was pregnant. Okay. But was I? No. Birth control, a bad eating habit, not being able to eat when I need to. Nobody brought that up, but everybody wanted to bash me for how I started to look. So I can say that's not a regret, but that's something I had to, that Bring It taught me how to do. It taught me how to shut out people and just move on. But like you said, people sometimes shut down. And for you, you just stop using social media altogether. What are you putting on my back? You stop using social media altogether. So it's kind of like, it's people out there that's like that would walk away from something as soon as it's thrown into them, how to make them feel. So how did that make you feel, and what did you do?
Okay, so to explain, I have a second video on the whole experience, but just to go off what she was saying. Okay, so starting off, this was just something we was doing. We got hit with the TV show. We was all excited. So then when you started, when the episodes aired, and then I was introduced into YouTube and the vlogging and the reviews. Mm-hmm. And so then when we used to get on the bus and the parents was like, yeah, you heard what they said, I'm like, who is talking? Like, what's up? So then the producer's like, do not go read comments. Do not read comments. Now, with that being said, who not gonna read them? Like, you want to know, like, people, I did not put in my mind that it was going to be anything negative, because I have never done anything negative to nobody else. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm a happy person, so why is everybody else so mad? So then when I started getting introduced to the vloggers and the reviewers, I was like, dang, they go hard. Like, why? Like, I never could understand people talking about people that they don't know and using a TV show to analyze or review something. I mean, I understand going like you don't like the show, but they wasn't talking about the show. They were talking about us. Personal stuff that's not even on the show. Like, what the hell are we talking about here? So I was like, damn. So then I'm not a clapbacker. I don't know how to do that. I ain't know what are you talking about? So, you know, I'm thinking, let me go on let me talk and clear my name. So then when you try to go clear your name, these same vloggers go back and talk to you again about what you said. I'm like, oh, this a back and forth. I don't do
relationship.
Yeah, like, I don't do back and forth. That's not me. So then I'm like, okay. Then some of the shit was funny. So if it's funny, I can address it, because I don't mind funny. I use funny as my defense all my life. Funny was the way I stopped from crying when people made fun of me. Funny was my defense. So fine, we can do funny, but these folks then, as a parent, when they start attacking your child, you're like, hold on, where you live? Because I can't do this. You know, this is not what we do. So that's when I was like, you know what? And then also, not trying to talk about nobody, but I didn't know how social media and stuff worked. I was on my job, and one of the supervisors was talking to another person I work with and told her, don't send me no more messages in all caps. Who you yelling at? I was through. I was like, what that mean? Like, I didn't even know all caps was yelling. That's how slow I am. So when the parents and everybody else was telling me, like, no, she said this, I'm like, how y'all know she said it? Because she put the emoji. I'm like, what? So I'm like, what? Like, I'm lost. So technically, in order for folks not to, you know, they start talking about everything. So I just shut down. I was like, you know what? So, yeah, I just shut down on social media because I felt like I was not going to win, and not that it was anything to win, but like, when you got the like spirit of, I need to touch you, I need to see you, I need to talk to you face to face, it's not worth it. So I got off social media. Like, I can't watch what people say. If I post something about Kayla, they post something about somebody else, and it was too much. So that was a regret for me to get off social media, because what they did was I detached myself from the fans and from social media and my platform. So now, while other parents have, you know, millions of followers, I'm over here with no followers because I got off social media right like the second or third season. And I ain't say I got off. I just like I wasn't fan interacting. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing all that stuff everybody else was doing. So, you know, now it's like I don't have that following that I need to have. And I'm gonna have to gain up on following because I, you know, shut down.
I can see that frustration because you just shut out. Like, you just like, I'm not finna engage, just F it. I'm not finna do nothing. But now it's kind of like, well, you want to get back out there. And like you say, you have to build up your following. You have to learn social media because I told you to post something and you just couldn't do it. So we're on a new journey basically to just pretty much rebrand ourselves and just pick up and move forward because why not?
Yeah, I've learned more like with social media and I've learned more about people, period. It's not just social media. I know that, you know,
Don't take it
there are no real, you know, realness is gone. It's just more, I can hide behind this keyboard and I can say what I want to say. And now I also know the real in. Like, some of the comments I read were real in comments. They want you to respond. And now I'm so far past that. Like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, like, some stuff gets to me still. Like, I am one firm believer of the unbothered means bothered. You know, I'm like, so you're human, it's gonna hurt your feelings, it's just how you react to it. So
Okay, that's a good one. It's a key point. You should put that at the top somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
The first person that said that don't give a damn do. So that's what I said.
True. Well, you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you guys want us to answer. If it's answerable, we will
If
answer
it's respectful, like
if
I
it's
say,
answerable, we will answer
again,
it.
don't ask me about nobody. Ask us about us, but I'm not gonna talk about nobody.
So yeah, and we'll see you guys for the next video.
And if the beat live, you know Lil Ju made it.